it's obviously early. We should be getting some rutting activity by now, but the weather has been particularly unseasonable with this time of year. I mean, I should be in light fleece, sweating, but it feels decidedly autumnal. The weather's been pretty crappy. It's been cool, it's been wet, really quite strong winds. It's calmer today, slightly warmer, but still not, just doesn't feel right. Look, there's a couple of row down in some cut rye fields down here, down in the bottom, that look suspiciously like they're hanging around and up to no good. A bit of amorous activity perhaps going on. So I've got the call. We're going to go down and have a look and just see what's what. I'm not a great one for calling until I see activity, but I've been seeing a little bit of indication of that over the last few days. I'm going to come and have a look down here and just see. We'll see what's what. See if we can get anything to respond, or see if it even feels like it's worth calling. We'll have a look. basically is making us look like mugs. In the corn. Right, they're definitely rutting. There's a doe and a buck crossing the barley field here. Starting to be interested in the call, but he's pressing her quite hard. The wind's wrong for us. So I'm going to try and work around in a bit of a loop and come above him and just see if we can't call him in. It's difficult to call a buck away from a doe sometimes, but I don't know, he just got that kind of attitude. I think he'll probably come. Chris. She's not wanting anything of it, so she's trying to get away from him all the time, so they're constantly chasing. It's difficult, almost impossible to pull a buck off a doe when they're at that state. He's chased her into the bracken now, so we're going to go round and try and catch him. Trouble is they're moving, they're covering a lot of ground, so quite exciting. Right, we're now switching to iPhone mode. We're playing around with a new camera, which is a super bit of kit, but it eats power. We've got a young buck just come into the call after a big buck's chased 3 deer around, and he's hanging around. He's starting to respond to the call, so I could call him, but we ain't got no power on the battery, so we've decided that we'll go and have some breakfast and we'll try again another day. But that's a fantastic morning. That's a really, really fantastic morning. It's a pity you can't see this because there's a young buck with a little sort of single antler who's very, very wary, and he knows there's a big lad in there. And he's just started to come to the call, but I'm not going to keep calling because it's pointless. We'll come and do that on another day, but we're going to go and have a cup of coffee and breakfast. But that's fantastic. Not shot any deer, but I'm not bothered about shooting any deer, to be honest. It's just great to be out here and to see and experience. We've had bucks coming to the call. Not shot one for numerous reasons. A, one was too good, and B, the cameraman couldn't get on it. But that's just great. That's just what stalking's all about. To be honest, I'm kind of glad we've not shot one. It's just nice to experience it. And I'm not calling a lot. I don't want to overdo it. We'll just let them settle and leave them be. Go and have a coffee. Yeah, it's going to a kid, isn't it, that? I wonder if that was the one that was with the buck. You still see it? Yeah, you can only just see it from it. Yeah, I can see it, yes. Get here! Get here! What you doing? Bloody hell. Don't you do that.
What was that saying? If he's couched up, we're not seeing him.
Well, I knew he was couched up, that's... Always, when they jump up, they usually stop, give you a shot, give you a chance of a shot if you're on the money. Interesting actually this morning. There's been some red stags in the barley field just at the back of us regularly, but sod's law. We came out this morning early to try and shoot one of those because the farmer's not very charmed about 2 or 3 20-stone stags eating his barley all night. But it was just a hind. It's the first time I've seen a hind in there. No stag to be seen, so we've just continued along the edge of the crop, and there's a couple of young roe out. A couple of does, but we did see a buck which crossed into the pasture field here, and we kind of got set up for the shot, but he was in this thick stuff and kept meandering away, kind of, we lost him. So we've got a good wind. We came up using the valley for cover, and he knew he was in here somewhere, and just had a conversation about he's probably couched down, and the dog's pointing off to the left. They just sort of making to have a good look in there, and up he jumped and bounded off as roe will do, but they'll usually stop a couple of times because they're curious. So he stopped the first time briefly and then ran another 40-50 yards, and then just as they will, they'll turn and have a look at you, and that was probably not a good idea. So he's just about 120-130 yards somewhere in here. This is where a dog comes in handy, because believe you me, trying to find a deer in this is tricky. So I'll just let everything settle down and then go and recover them.